Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. We are having some movement on BTC and right now the chart is setting up for quite a lot of trading possibilities. I'm not in a trade right now, but I will be looking to trade all the possible trade possibilities that I'm going to share with you today. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both of those links you'll find in the description. Without further ado, let's start diving in. And of course, we're going to look at Bitcoin, and this time on the 1 hour. This is the little bit quote-unquote smaller range where we are in. And a few hours ago, when I was asleep, we dropped down out of the value area low, that small range. And here you see that thick red line. That is the very much macro point of control of that bigger range. Where we have been in already now for a couple of weeks. As you might remember, we had a few of those big pumps to the upside, then eventually again to the downside. We are finding some support here, and well, actually this point of control is of course the most traded volume, so it's very normal that we find a few times support and resistance on there. You can see it actually right here, here, and now we are finding again some support and resistance of breaking through, failing, and coming back. The thing is that with the drop that we had a few hours ago, we missed a daily level, as you can see here, at 26,894. Usually that's not such a good news, because if Bitcoin misses a level, then usually when it comes back it just blasts through and it doesn't create a wick or touch that level and go. However, anything can happen. We need to be aware of that. So I do have it as a possible trading possibility. That is the first trade right here, where I'm saying, okay, maybe we need to go down one more because I really don't like these lows. We're taking out these lows, tapping the daily, and then a quick move back up. Mark my words, quick move back up. We need to do that very fast because we then have this entire row here of lows, and this can be just a very quick move to the downside because these bottoms are just filled with liquidity, meaning that a lot of traders have their stops underneath all of these lows of the wicks, and therefore this can be a very swift move down. By the way, open interest still way above 500 million. What I said to you already a few times earlier, this is going to get corrected sooner or later. So with a big move down, that could happen. The second long that I'm looking at would be actually a reclaim of this smaller area where we are in right now, the volume profile, and then I would like to see a reclaim of that value area low, maybe even point of control, and then eventually go higher. Then I will take the long trade, but only if we have seen a confirmation, really a retest, so that we can say, okay, resistance is now back into support, and therefore we can open up a long. My target would then be the value area high, 27,925, and for this one, of course, it should be the first target, the value area low at 27,315. If we break higher, so let's say we would do something like this, we enter the long and then we break higher, this is your first take profit. Then of course you can take profit here and you can take profit here, but this is kind of how I would look at it. But both these trades could be a pretty nice risk to reward. And like I said, for other than that, underneath here I will be very careful because of liquidity. For shorts, let's say we are finding some resistance now at the very low, confirming it as resistance. Because it is of course support, and now we're breaking it. Is it now resistance? If the answer is yes, and I'm seeing some weakness in the charts, then I will be looking to take this short trade right here. Now the risk of reward doesn't look all too nice, but that is because we are then first need to have a rejection from here, and then actually my first take profit would be that macro point of control. Again, most traded volume would be stupid to suddenly ignore that as a resistance. It is a support and resistance depending on we on top or above. So therefore I'm saying please take profit first at that macro point of control. After that, actually I would be aiming for the lows and nothing sooner. Then suddenly you're getting a major risk to reward. We're talking about 1 to 9, 1 to 10, or even that daily. That could actually be very nice, but I will definitely first take some profit around that macro point of control. The second short, yeah, not super nice. You need to be a little bit strict on this, but you could look at it from multiple ways. So we're having these highs right here, and you could say, you know what, if we are going higher, we're breaking in and then we're taking out these highs and then we go lower, I will take this short. The problem is you're in a area where you have A, less volume, and B, you're above the point of control underneath the value area high. You're a little bit in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not so super keen on that trade. However, if you would pull a fib retracement from the low that we just created to these tops, then you could also say, you know what, I'm not taking the short from these highs, but I'm just waiting until we have reached the value area high. That then also coincides with the golden pocket and the 78.6. So I'm really seeing that as an area. So if we're doing something like this, then I would definitely enter there the short, and maybe we even take out in some of the liquidity that we have here and here around the golden pocket 78.6, and then trade it to the downside. Your stop loss then of course goes above the highs, and then you could easily target the lows. I will then of course take profit already here at the very low, and after that just the lows here, the daily, and just trail it down as far as you can go, because I think then there could be a pretty big move up, because of course from a liquidity stop hunt perspective, you then already taken the liquidity on the top. Everything that resides is the bottom. So then it's very logical to think that we are going much lower. The other two shorts that we have from earlier this week, they still stand. So that is then the S&P from this absolute high here at 28,600. Therefore I have this trade, and then of course we have a bigger trade, the golden pocket from let's say 29,000 ish to 29,200. That could really be a swing trade once we reach it. Of course, that's now pretty far. So these 4 trades right now, that is what I really would be looking out for. Currently a short, so after this video I'm right away going to look at the smaller time frames on my indicators to see if I can take the short here. That is number 1. Short here is number 2 from above the value area high and higher. Longs is taking liquidity daily and these lows, and after that an acceptance within the value area high, within the value area, and then just to trade it higher. Very nice setups. I think we can definitely take 1 or 2 trades today, so be careful, because it can be a little bit wicky, especially with such a high open interest. Anything can happen, so be careful. Make sure you stick to the damn charts and you take profit early and move your stop loss once you can. That will be it for now for today. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful, and of course also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You will find those links in the description. See you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.